Hey guys, CJ, welcome to yet another Hall of Fame interview. And I'm here with Ajay Prakash Mishra, who is from Noida. He came into our community long time back, 2020 June. Took him a lot of time to really figure out what has to be done. And in the last 5 months, achieved 15.6 lakhs implementing the model. He's a communications coach, and he has a community called the Alfa Career System with over 260 paid students. And he's a part of the Avengers groups. All of you Avengers, cheer up for your fellow team member who just added 5,000 points into your system. So Ajay Prakash, congratulations on crossing this milestone of the Hall of Fame.
Thank you so much, sis. A lot of credit goes to you for this, Siddharth.
Thank you. Thank you. 2020, you got into our community. Yeah. What happened for those 2 years? And like only now something triggered and it has happened. I'm sure there are many people like this in our community, and this story may be an inspiring one for them. Well, what triggered? What was the tipping point?
So I would say that I don't know what triggered at that time when I took admission in your community. Okay. Because at that time it was Corona time and my offices were closing down. So I was in mid of flux, and I never thought about that I will go for such kind of a course. I was watching your videos, and in just first webinar only I registered. For silver, and within 2 days I went for diamond. I didn't have good money flow at that time, but I went ahead because I felt like you are just like me. I just felt that vibe. I just went ahead, and that's my way of doing the things. Yes. And I attended your hackathon. I think that was the first or second hackathon going on when I joined, and I love that idea. I didn't have anything in mind of what should I do, though I was in the training business at that time. I started in 2017. For 2 years, I think I would say I was clearing my own, if I can call shit, right? So I was clearing all that stuff. Okay, so taking care of my discontent employees and offices, all that stuff, and earning some source of income. I was not as, I would say, I didn't have that kind of a grit what you had, that you went ahead and just put everything at stake and went ahead with this. I kept finding out some other options to earn income.
Got it.
And that's why I took time. And December, I realized that I think I have been trying a lot of things. Now let's give time to ILH. And 3 months, I think, first time I did the webinar and all, and I saw results coming in. I could feel that connection with the students, their results. Like, wow, this is great.
So you're saying December 2021.
One.
So then you just, so that was a wake up. Yes. So you did that first one, and then from 2022 onwards, it started to pick up. Okay.
So can I tell one more thing, Siddharth?
Yeah, please.
So basically, I was listening to Blair's message for New Year. I was listening to your message also, and somewhere he mentioned, find out what you don't want to do, something like that. Okay, don't find out what you want to do, find out what you don't want to do in 2022. And that's exactly, he's making sense. Probably I have been doing a lot of things. And then I thought, okay, let's focus on this. And anyways, I was listening to all of your content quite regularly. That's how it clicked.
Wow. What was the your topic and niche? Was that already clear, or did you have to get it even more?
Not at all clear. Not at all clear. So
when did you realize that this is what it is?
Yeah. So just to give a bit background, that I worked for IT companies for almost 16 years. Okay. In 2017, I could feel that I am meant for education, and that because I have been taking some classes in MBA colleges as visiting faculty and all that. So I took a leap of faith in 2017. I used to report to MD of Adobe at that time. And when I told him that I'm leaving, he said it's a fad. Okay, you are leaving it, and then probably you'll come back. So your doors are open. And then at that time I started training, and I was more like a business guy selling trainings in colleges and corporates, and I used to bring freelancers, all the typical model.
Got it.
So niche was not clear. So very first thing which I thought of in November, December last year was customer success for SaaS companies.
Yeah.
That is what I have been doing, but I could not relate with that at all. I felt like again, I'm back to corporate. Then I went ahead with your niche identification model and all the so many videos I saw once again. Then I like, what was my problem area? So I thought about it that since I did my schooling in vernacular medium, in Hindi medium, struggled with English before, then struggled with communication skills concept before. Then the minute I started working on communication, started traveling the world, I was made in charge of some offices here and there in the world. I thought, okay, that's the area. That's where I worked upon myself. I just took that. I said, okay, let's go ahead and take one webinar, see how it goes. And then I went ahead with one non-paid webinar. 50 people joined in and 2 took admission.
Very nice.
And then I thought, okay, now it's making sense. Then I went for the paid webinar immediately, and then started flowing in. And that's, I could see that now I feel that it's not a borrowed pain. I have lived that pain myself. And when somebody tells me that, okay, this is my pain, Ajay, and I say, okay,
Yes. So the niche, you're able to find it based on your own backstory. I mean, that's something I keep telling our members also. Like, don't pick a topic that is hot. Pick a topic which it's congruent with you as a person. I think that's what is working for you. So,
That
when was
was
the first webinar, and when did you hit the first big day in terms of revenues? What was it like?
So I would say, touchwood, I was lucky enough that from very first webinar was, I think, 3rd or 4th of April. That was the first paid webinar, and within that it was like 20% conversion was there in the very first webinar.
Super.
And since then till now it has been like that. In one webinar there were just I think 60 people for some reason. There were just 60 people, and out of that 18 people took admission.
Wow. At what price point at your L1?
It's 5999.
5999. Excellent, excellent.
That was the one, and that happened, Siddharth, just before Quantum Club. Okay.
Nice, nice.
So I told about that to you on that day also. That was, I think, I don't know, quantum energy. It never happened again. That was a good thing. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. So yeah, so you're able to see the responsiveness in the sales because of the congruence of the topic. That's a big lesson. Absolutely. And what do you think has changed in you as a person after coming to ILH at a very fundamental, at a core level? Top 3 things that you can think of.
First, I would say, Siddharth, I never gave importance to the atomic habits, that stuff. I never thought about it. I always think about the bigger things, but small thing of tracking your habits. That is something, though your course was not supposed to teach that, but it taught that as well, right? So that you get into that habit. That was one thing. Second is the attitude of gratitude. So I have never been egoistic person in my life. I would like to believe that I'm a humble person, but I think going ahead and saying upfront that I thank you for this, whatever you have done. So the first person who told me about my communication skills problem was the CEO of Ground to the company based in US. He's an American Indian, and I consider him as one of my first mentors. So when I went ahead and said thank you to him after leaving the company, like maybe like 10 years ago, like he was surprised. He was in touch with me. I said, okay, what happened to you? I said, okay, this is a committee which is teaching me this, okay? And I'm feeling light. That's the second thing which I would say then. And it is giving, I don't know what is happening, but I feel light. Means I feel light after that. And third is that you keep saying is that never feel that you're perfect. Okay, so when you think that you are done, you get a tight slap on your face and then you stop. And that is what I think I learned, that I need to upgrade my software all the time. And today, I think whatever I earn after all this, following your model of 5 accounts and everything, I just see that I invest on myself heavily. I went for Quantum Club, I went for TTT, now I'm going for Blair's MTS, right? I'm going for that because I'm seeing a lot of value. Sometimes I feel Blair is talking the normal stuff, but the normal stuff becomes abnormal.
It's suddenly. You'll never know what triggers. Like inside, it just hits you, and then that changes the whole trajectory of your business and life. And amazing. And I'm so glad that you are going through the journey with Blair, and he's played a huge role in my It is not just about the technologies or the strategies and tools. This inner game is such an important part of teaching. That's awesome. And thank you for mentioning your transformational points over here. You have now how many? You've got around 260 students. How does it feel like now waking up every morning to now serve this group versus corporate world, 16 years or doing your own business? What is that shift looking like for you?
So I have been in training, Siddharth, for almost 4.5 years. So that feeling I had before. So 260 is just through webinar system. Okay. And before that also there are people connected, students connected. But the thing which now this model what gives it to me is that these guys are all over the places. Even some Indians have log in from Canada, Netherlands, all these places.
Nice.
So the feeling is that these guys are getting what they want. And every month, what I do, first week of the month, I do that award ceremony. I choose 10 to 14, like as suggested by you, right?
Yeah. Yes.
10 to 14 people I choose. And this month was the toughest month for me to choose 10 people. Because there's so many people who got promotion, increment, and all that. Not only this materialistic gain, but also many people approach me telling me that my relationships are getting better because I'm able to communicate properly. So it was, and those recorded videos I have never put in public so far, but I think I would do that after taking permission. That was, I would say, that feeling is quite great of making change, bringing changes, positive changes in people's life.
Wonderful. Yeah.
In
Wonderful.
such a scale. Earlier it was a smaller scale. Now it's like
Smaller
such
scale. Now it is, it's definitely wide. And of course, even, even if people have not bought your products, let's say they've not bought your L1, there's just attending the webinar itself, that also is an impact. That's a touch point.
Yes. And there's a reason why without doing anything, subscriber base increases, Instagram followers increase. I think that is that they are finding some sense in my
Yes.
box probably. Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing about free webinar. What I like is it's not like a hunting mindset. We don't want to kill and get the prey right now, which is mostly the, other models are focusing on that. But here we are trying to plant the seed. Those who are receptive, they'll get on journey, and those who they feel they're not ready, they're going to follow you anyway on social media, on Instagram, other places. And I know people have bought my products after attending 20 plus webinars. Same thing. It's like that. So the nurturing that happens, and the quality of those people who come in, they will be with you for life, because that's the deep level of tribe building that we do. What all the initiatives are you doing now for your tribe building? Like you're doing hackathon process and you're doing all the inner circle. Walk us through that.
Hackathon, I discussed with you in our one-to-one. So hackathon was a little difficult for me because of the kind of topic I have got. But I have planned completely, and I'm going to launch it in the next week only. So that the other tribe building is that I bring them for this. There are competition among them. There are different kind of what I do during our 3 hours long weekly inner circle meetup. I divide them into different groups. And my job is not only to, it's the English speaking is a very small thing. I just make them speak like that within few weeks. It's not a problem. It's a very, very low hanging fruit for me.
Okay.
The major thing is that to bring that confidence in them that they can go and even talk to, Barack Obama or anybody comes in front of them. They can talk without thinking about their communication skills. That is what I try to bring that. So there's very good activities are there. So that's a part of it. And I have also given them opportunity to come and make some smaller groups and go for group discussions and all that.
Got it. Like breakout rooms.
Breakout rooms. Now, after that inner circle meetup, also they have opportunities to create. Like I have not given formal hive names right now. I think I would do that sooner or later. So that's another activity which I do. Hackathon is planned from the next week onwards.
Very nice. So what is your funnel looking like? Free webinar into the community membership. And then what is the price points that you have right now in your 3 levels?
Right. So there are 2 levels right now. So
2 levels. Okay.
3 levels. Yeah, you suggested for that, and I'm recording the
You're
session.
Working on that.
Yeah. So the first level is 5,999, and the second level right now it is 38,999, which is I call it you can call it a diamond level only.
Yes.
And we have announced in when I had this award ceremony last Friday, I announced that from the next month I'm going to make it 49,999.
Got it.
I'm going to launch L2 also during that. So that's L2 would be 19,000 as discussed with you. So 5,999, 19,000, and 4,999.
499. That's ideal price point. That's fantastic. Good stuff.
I'm just following the steps. I'm going like that.
Yeah. No, I'm glad, and it's working. You've been able to get those results. And other question I want to ask you is selling part. Like, did you have a challenge in asking people for money? If yes, how did you overcome that? Because training is different from like selling. Like training, you'd be doing that. Did you have any resistances there?
Yeah. So I would shy away. Basically, Siddharth, I have been to selling. Okay, I did it on and off in different companies.
Yes.
But I whenever it was about teaching people, I never thought about like teaching is a noble profession. So that kind of a thought process.
Yeah.
So when I did, I was thinking about it. I was not comfortable at all asking for money. And then obviously that you brainwash completely when you talk about it, that why selling is important and all that stuff. And I think within 1 or 2 times I just watch your video, even Blair talks about it a lot.
Yeah.
So all those things helped me. I think within 1 day of following your system, I think after that it never came.
It was out. Okay.
Yes. So I tell it when I start selling at the last 15-20 minutes of the webinar, I tell them that some of you might think that this guy is going to sell the course and all that. I picked it from Rajiv's workshop. So I said that think about it. You are working in an IT company. You are getting paid for your skill. Similarly, I am working for you. It's my passion, and my job is to get you trained, and I'm asking for it. So I'm very honestly, I tell them.
Very good.
Yeah, so that's the way.
Fantastic. And now, if you see your entire funnel, like it has taken you some time, in the last 3 to 4 months to bring it to a point where it is working now. It's becoming into a system. What do you think are the top 3 factors that is making the funnel work? Why am I asking this? Is there are many people in our community who have launched, then it's not working well, they're not getting sales or something. There's always some challenges, they're not able to move. So according to you, you can share with us, what do you think are the 3 things that are making it work so that others can get some pointers from that?
I might be wrong, Siddharth, but I'm just speaking my heart out.
Sure. Your perspective, yeah.
Yeah. So one thing which I see is that not everybody is as good as you, Siddharth, like with respect to your 3 days model, but what you sell at L1 level.
Right.
Those more videos hook people. Okay. So what I think is that people who are starting a journey, their videos might not be that great initially. So they need to really put a lot of energy in their live sessions.
Excellent. Okay. That makes sense.
They can hook it. So to start with, I started engaging people with just one live interaction. Then I realized, okay, that's probably will not solve the purpose. I started giving 1 hour extra. Now I can take it out, but now systems is stable. So initially you need to think about giving extra. That's one. Second is initially when you're totally new in the system, thankfully I had some social media presence. People knew me, but not in this avatar of trainer. So at that time, probably you'll have to call also a few people to discuss. So some of my students, I remember I called them and I asked them, why didn't you take admission? And they told about something, and I offered them initially. I said, okay, you join, you come, you just pay 500 rupees. 500 I asked because I wanted them to be serious about it. At least
serious. These are leads who did not buy, webinar attendees who did not buy. Okay.
Yeah, the very first webinar.
Nice.
And one of the leads now he's taken admission in the diamond level.
Diamond level. Okay, right? Got it.
And one of the leads now he didn't have any job for 3 years. He was working on project. Now he had got 2 jobs, one in Adobe and one in Microsoft. So the second learning is that you need to call and ask people that exactly. You need to call them and ask them what's not working for them. Some of them will not be very humble. It's okay. Just accept it. Just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Third is I would say that I will buy it from you. What you keep saying is that don't be cheap in your journey to greatness. So I was very sure about it from day one. Many people questioned that decision. I am going for ConvertKit. I am going for Zoom. I am going for all the software, whatever you have mentioned. Only Zapier is remaining right now because I found a hack because of which I was getting more leads. I thought, okay, just buy that, but I'm going to go for that also. Each and every software, whatever you have mentioned, I have implemented that.
Very good.
It pains to see that money going in ConvertKit in that bulk, but that pain is a sweet pain because it is giving you return also.
Yeah. And that's the core of the business. ConvertKit and Teachable are, I would say, the heart of the business.
Absolutely. Yes, that's right.
Superb. Great points. I hope all of you noted down those points. And this has been an amazing interview. All of you here, if you've been watching this, Ajay's journey has been an amazing journey from corporate to training to now, 2 years of, clearing his own mess and then now coming back and redefining and launching now in the last 6 months and seeing the results. Ajay, I'm super proud of you sticking to the journey because you had all the reasons to quit. You need not have continued, but there's something that triggered you. Maybe it is Blair, some message that came to you at the right moment to help you stick on this. So thank you. And because of that, now 200 plus people are getting impacted. They are getting their jobs, their families are getting impacted. So all of you who are watching, don't ever underestimate the power of this business, because even if one person you're able to inspire and their whole generations get changed, you have done your part. You don't need to have millions of followers to say that you're a coach or an expert. Like it can be even a few 10s, 20s, 30s. That's also, even a few 100 people is enough. But that's the magic of the journey. So Ajay, super proud of you going through this. And all of you here watching, if you'd like to know about what Ajay does, in my YouTube channel description, there's a link to his website. Go check it out. Especially if you're in this space, his target market is teaching communication skills, and for people who want to get better in their grow in their career, just go check out what he does. And if you'd like to be a part of Internet Lifestyle Hub, you can go to internetlifestylehub.com. There's also a link in our description over here. You can join us to be a part of this bigger family. We are over 15,000 members right now. And Ajay, I'd like to ask this question at the end, which is the one thing question.
Yeah.
If you have to bring it down to one success principle that you lived by and you'll continue to live by for the rest of your life, what is your one success principle?
I would go to the very first point, Siddharth, that why I delayed this journey by 2 years and I lost, I think, good opportunity in that case. I would say people like me, and I think in Sadhguru's book, Karma, he talks about this ailments of privilege. That when you are quite decent, this is you're in earning enough to take care of your family, you are educated, technology is helping you, means you don't think about the bigger causes. So I feel that I think that was the biggest resistance I had, because I was living a comfortable life. Everything was set. Money was coming in through different channels. That is where we need to think that you need to get out of that comfort zone. And I think I should say this, that people who don't have any choices, like if you're hungry, if you get dal chawal or you get sambar rice, you will eat whatever comes on your way, you will love that. Okay. But when you have choices, then you choose which one I should go for.
Yes. When you have a buffet, you get confused.
And that's the problem which I faced a lot. And now I feel that how bad I was in my execution at that time. So you need to just go with your bigger causes, go for that, and you need to hammer out your way out of the different layers of resistance for sure.
Absolutely.
It's a huge resistance. So
that's a great one. Well, what did you mention? Ailments of what is that?
Yeah, it's ailments. Ailments of AILMENT.
Yeah, I understand. Ailments of what? That other last
privilege.
word? Privilege. Ailments of privilege. That's a very powerful thought. That's like complacency. You just get into it. Yeah.
Correct.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you for sharing, Ajay. All of you here, if you're inspired by this interview, share your love and wishes, and share your biggest learnings below in the comments. And also like this on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching this, so that you can participate in this thread of the conversation of what you learned from this, and stay tuned for future interviews. Ajay, once again, great milestone that you've crossed. Crore Club around the corner. You're going to get there much faster.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
See you there.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Thank you.